So today marks day one of a year-long expedition to learn everything I can about everything I don't. This is WTF, What's This Food? I'm Dan Delaney. Let's get started. Each day I'm going to have a different company or product sponsoring WTF. If you or your business want to become a sponsor, you can do so for as low as $1. Visit me online at danieldelaney.com and click the WTF tab for more information. Today's sponsor is Garden Fork. Garden Fork is an online community, website, podcast, and blog all about cooking, gardening, and other fun, eclectic stuff. It's one of my favorite shows on the internet. You better check them out now at gardenfork.tv. Since I've been talking about making this show, I kept using quinoa as my example when pitching a great example of a WTF. I didn't know much about it. I knew that it was kind of nutritious. It's something you can get at health food stores, and that's about it. So I got some and I started learning. Here are some facts about quinoa. Fact number one, the quinoa crop is really old. It was a staple in the diet of the Incas, and it is still a dominant crop in South America. In fact, the Incas used it so predominantly that they called it the mother grain. But fact number two, quinoa is not actually a grain. Instead, it is an edible seed. It comes in a variety of colors. We mostly see it kind of this pale muted yellow, but can also be red, black, brown, and orange. Fact number three, quinoa is a superfood. It is chock full of protein, fiber, and amino acids. It has double the protein of most grains and half the carbohydrates, which makes it a much better alternative to something like white rice. Fact number four, it is gluten-free. So all of you people that have gluten allergies, you can be eating lots of quinoa and won't have to worry. And last but not least, fact number five, quinoa is a food that can be eaten raw or cooked. If you're gonna eat it raw, you can first germinate the seeds, which ups the nutritional value and makes it even more of a superfood. When cooked, quinoa has a light, fluffy texture similar to couscous, so I thought it would be perfect to borrow some of the flavors of the Mediterranean and make a nice, healthy salad out of quinoa. To start, rinse 1½ cups quinoa under water for around 3 minutes. Then add the quinoa to a pan over medium heat with 2 3/4 cups chicken stock and 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Once it's boiling, drop down the heat so it's simmering and pop on a lid. Let this cook for about 15 minutes. While the quinoa is cooking, we'll make a dressing. In a food processor, process 1/4 cup of lemon juice, some lemon zest, 3/4 cup of basil leaves, 1/4 cup of parsley leaves, and some thyme leaves. While the food processor is running, slowly drizzle 1/4 cup of olive oil. The olive oil will emulsify, thickening the puree and making a dressing. Now simply pour the dressing over the quinoa, toss, and serve. So now we both know a little bit more about quinoa. Hope you enjoyed this recipe. You could post a comment below requesting a food that you'd like me to cover, or you can send in a video response on YouTube. If you're on Twitter, be sure to follow me, twitter.com/danieldelaney, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new, unfamiliar food. Happy eating.